What do you think your bike right now, your race bike, is worth?
I'm gonna say way too much for an amateur.
8 grand, 9 grand, 10 grand?
Somewhere in that ballpark, probably, yeah.
And so then, roughly how much do you, out of your pocket, have into it? Do the sponsors help you out, or?
I probably paid about 3K, 4K, all told.
Wheels, frame, bars, all that?
Yeah. Yeah, I got the frame for $900 from a friend of mine. Nice hefty discount. Discount on the wheels, discount on the frame, the group set, handlebars, no discount, but yeah.
How about the kit? Helmet, glasses, kit, is that?
Kits from the team, free from the team sponsors.
So how much do you think that helps you to get that kind of help and to get the deals?
It definitely doesn't hurt. I mean, it's expensive driving to races, traveling around and all that, so it's nice to have help.
How much do you think your race bike is worth?
I think retail, it's probably, with the race wheels on it, it's probably in the $4,000 range, maybe a little bit more, but I'm very lucky to have gracious sponsors at Low Bicycles, Ritchie Components and Scope Wheels. They've been very kind to me, and yeah, I can't say that I paid MSRP for it, but it's a great bike, and I'm very lucky to be on it.
And it's not carbon?
No, so this is hand welded aluminum. It's made in the Mission District in San Francisco by Andrew Lowe at Low Bicycles, and he's a one-man operation, and the only thing carbon on it is the fork and the seat post and these race wheels, but otherwise it kills carbon.
Carbon killer. So how much do you think it helps you out with your whole program to have that kind of support?
So it's a huge amount of, it's the world of difference. I work as a carpenter. I don't necessarily have a whole bunch of money that some of the other competitors that I race against from the Bay Area might have. So this sort of support really helps on my limited salary.
Machine, how much does your machine cost?
These guys are about 8K, I think. With the non-training wheel version, the training wheel version's quite significantly cheaper, obviously. But
and what's the racing wheels? Are the EVE or whatever?
The NV, yeah.
NVs.
Yeah. We run 7/8s for tubeless compatible carbon clinchers. Pretty cool.
So with the race wheels, it's 8 grand. Is that what you said?
About 8, yeah.
And how much did you have to spend on that?
Not a lot. I just sacrificed a lot of hours to be able to ride it. That's about it.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Sweet. So what kind of bike is it?
This is a Specialized aluminum Allay with an Ultegra 11-speed Grupo and Roval 60 centimeter ceramic hubs.
And so how much do you think this whole thing, wheels, saddle, bars, the whole shebang?
Yeah, good question. So this is a team deal from Specialized. The frame was $457. The Grupo came out of Europe and it was $550. And the wheels were a team deal for about $900. Seat was $100. So
around 2 grand or so?
Yeah.
And so give me a wild estimate on what do you think retail this whole thing?
The retail wheels are $2,300. The Grupo's probably $1,100. Frames $1,300. Seats $150. It's probably about half price. Probably about 4 grand maybe.
So how much does the sponsorship help you?
Like
how big of a role does that play to be able to get that kind of deal on this
yeah,
rig?
it's huge, right? It's probably the difference between getting a bike every 2 or 3 years and every 5 years. So it's a big deal getting those kind of team discounts when you got a team like Special or a company like Specialized sponsoring you.
Yeah, what do you think the whole thing?
So I got the whole thing, a complete build for $3,500, but it retails for about $6,000. But there's a power meter and I have the zip tubular, so those two things together add probably $2,500 to the bike. So that's like $5,000 that I spent, but probably closer to 7 or 8 if you bought it retail.
What do you think the biggest difference between like a $10,000 bike and like a $1,500 bike?
Definitely not $8,500 worth, I would say. Lighter, stiffer, maybe a bit more aero. But when it comes down to it, fitness and nutrition and training is going to be 90+% of your performance, and then the bike might be 10%.
Machine. So what kind of bike is it?
This is the Specialized Venge Vias Pro. It's not the S-Works. A cork, specialized spider on it for power. So that's what it is.
So how much do you think that this bike retails for?
Well, the bike retails
Like the whole thing, wheels, bars, everything.
Well, it comes with all that. It retailed for $8,100, and that's with no power meter. And the power meter edition is about $1,000, just about for the spider.
So how much do you roughly have into it?
I got it a little bit less, being on the team, and then bought the components. So it was, let's put it this way, it was the most expensive bicycle I bought.
How much of a difference do you think a pretty much $10,000 bike versus like a $1,500 bike?
$1,500 bike would, well, if you talk about what it is, it's gonna weigh more. It's not gonna have the aero wheels. It's not gonna be as aero, and you will not have a power meter. And if you're racing, you got to train with power. You got to race with power. So those are the main differences.
How important is it to have the team support, even if it's a small discount? Like, is that a big?
Yeah, absolutely. It makes you feel part of the team, that you feel appreciated. So it's always nice to get that. And then the savings, you can, like in my case, you can take the savings and buy that power meter with it. So yeah, absolutely.
How much do you think that this bike retails for? Like wheels, bars, power meter, whatever you got on it, the whole rig?
Probably around like 5,000 for everything.
And did you pay that much?
No, got a pretty significant discount.
And how much does that kind of help, like team support, help you?
Oh, it helps a ton. I would be riding a 2003 Trek 5900 if we hadn't gotten a discount. I would not have a new bike.
How much do you think is a difference between, say, like a $1,500 bike and a $5,000 bike?
Honestly, like not a giant difference. Like probably $2,000 is like the point of diminishing returns, I would think. The Di2 is pretty sweet, but the frames are not. This frame's a little lighter, rides a little better, but like definitely get by on a $2,500 bike, I would say.
Nice, man.